Choose the sword, and you will join me. Choose the ball, and you join your mother in death. You don't understand my words, but you must choose.
Truth is our gun. We believe it to be man's greatest weapon against the devil.
That's why it's important for us really to begin to really bear that fruit. We don't want the Most High. Like remember when he looked at our people through Jeremiah's eyes, he said, "Look, put them in baskets. Gather some bad figs and put them into these baskets." You know, it's like Most High was like, "What can you do with that? You can't even eat these things." You know? And that's how the Most High is looking at the majority of our people. There's no fruit to be had. It's rotten. That's why we got to make sure that we bearing that proper fruit.
Those that's making it into the kingdom will be bearing 30, 60, and 100 fold. So
Right.
it's like, I don't see a minimum below 30. So I'm looking like, yo.
30 fold, 60 fold,
You know what
100
I'm saying?
fold.
We got it right.
Which shows you why, you know what I'm saying? You know how you be like, I don't get why this brother think like this. Why he do, you know what I'm saying? Like you get certain people that's gonna bear a certain amount of fruit. That's some people gonna bear a little bit more than them. And then you're gonna get some people that's gonna bear more than the rest, you know what I'm saying? But does that mean that the person that bears the less fruit is, you know what I'm saying?
Now,
You get what I'm saying?
I just don't get how the children of Israel can see something today and then tomorrow literally say, I ain't even see that.
Or just
And actually believe that.
Yeah.
That they didn't see something, you know what I'm saying? That's what I don't understand.
Right. But again, you're gonna have something that's gonna bear more than others. You know, reflecting on the condition of our people. 2/3? Brothers throw that scripture out there, you know what I'm saying? But when you really think about those numbers, this means that again, 2/3 of the nation. So it's people that we know that you're looking at, you got love for. That's not going to cut it, brother.
Right, 66%. Most of the people we know.
66%. That's well above half. You know, that's a lot of people, man. Because you know, we was just talking about how you see certain brothers like 1 year was super strong in the truth. Next minute is, man, I hate the Bible. You know what I'm saying? Don't bring me that. It's like, man, what the hell? Like, how does that happen?
Yeah.
But it's destined to be.
Trials, man.
Right.
People can't handle the trials, man.
Can't take the heat. You know what I'm saying?
And one of the things
That's what the truth is, and that's what the truth is, period, in this world, man, after we lost our heritage. It's just trials. And it comes with the territory. Some people just don't expect it to be as hard as it is, because it is.
Yeah.
So that's what enduring is. You know, you just enduring hardship and trials, and then it's gonna get worse than this.
Right.
So the harder it get, the more people gonna fall off.
Yep.
So.
That was pretty. Oh my bad.
Oh, go ahead.
That was pretty much just the first point that I was trying to make in the first. Going with the 10 virgins, because you know they didn't have lights because their oil ran out.
Right.
So whoever's not keeping the laws until death are not going to have salvation.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Enduring to the end literally means keeping the laws no matter what.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Being obedient.
Fighting, brother. You got to fight, man.
That's
you know
exactly
what I'm
what
saying?
Shaul was bringing out. Those tests and trials. You know, we operate in divine order, but we've been trained to think, oh, I'm the author of my destiny. No, you already have an author and it's already been finished. You know what I'm saying? We either going to get in the right book or be thrown away and cast in the lake of fire, man. That's the only decision we got.
Right, so let's flip it over to Matthew 9. Matthew chapter 9, verse 37. Let's see how Mashiach looked at the nation, right? Our people became bad figs, bad fruit. We see that to this day, being their children. You know what I'm saying? It's a very sad thing. Like how little kids talk about, oh, you crossed over big. You know what I'm saying? Why is your children in 6th and 7th grade saying this type of madness? You know what I'm saying? What is this? That's how bad it is, you know?
Verse 35. And Yahushua went about all the cities of the villages, teaching in their synagogues, and preaching the good news of the kingdom, and healing every sickness and every disease among the people.
Now imagine, you know what I'm saying? Now this is, you talking about almost 2,000 years ago, and now people was dealing with all manner of disease and sickness, whether it be the mental, physical. Like imagine how he would look at it today. You know what I'm saying? If Mashiach was walking around today with all these different diseases and just the level of sickness that we have spiritually, man. You know what I'm saying? But this is the spirit that we got to put on display as well. Read verse 36.
Verse 36. But when he saw the multitudes, he was moved with compassion on them.
Now, this is a hard thing to do. You know why? Because when we look at the multitudes of our people evil, right? It's hard to look at Israel sometimes and be like, man, have compassion. But we got to have that compassion. You know what I'm saying? Because our people, as you read, hold what you got. Go to Isaiah, the 1st chapter. Let's see what the Most High say about our people. Isaiah chapter 1.
Isaiah chapter 1, verse 2. Hear, O Shamayim, and give ear, O earth, for Yahweh has spoken.
You see that? So he called for the heavens and the earth. Listen up, right? Read on.
I have nourished and brought up children, and they have rebelled against me.
Notice that, man. He looked at us at his dead children. He said, I nourished them and brought them up. And we did what?
Rebelled against me.
Right, read.
The ox knoweth his owner, and the donkey his master's crib.
Mm-hmm.
But Yasharallah does not know.
Do our people know?
No.
Nah, we don't know. We don't know who we are. We don't know the Most High for real. They know the Lord. They know God. They know Allah. They know Jesus. But do they know the Most High Yahweh? Do they know His Son for real? No. Right, read.
My people do not consider.
They don't do what?
They do not consider.
Why did he say that?
Because we don't even want to know. We don't even think about it. You bring the truth to somebody, they'll be like, man, that's it. They can't put it in the 3 boxes is on the forefront of their mind. They throwing it in the garbage. Oh, what, you Muslim? No. Oh, well, you Jehovah's Witness?
Right.
You Christian?
Right.
Oh, that mess. Then they
Right.
walk off. That's it. That's like, you know.
We never even considered, like, oh, we
don't
would be the people of the, you bring, well, look, we the Israelite. You telling me I'm Jewish? They can't even consider, you know what I'm saying? Like, okay, well, yes, you are the people of the book.
Yeah.
And you're going to hell off, you know what I'm saying? We don't even consider that. They sit there eating pork chop and, all this, man, think that they good.
Ignorance is bliss, man. They don't want to think.
Think about that. Think about that term itself. Ignorance is bliss. What is bliss by definition?
Something fun.
Something fun, it's pleasurable,
Happiness.
it's great, it's happiness.
Okay.
So ignorance is happiness. You know what I'm saying?
Really, what they're saying is sin is happiness.
Sin is happiness. That's exactly what they're saying. It's like Cypher in the Matrix, right? When he turned on, on the people, he's sitting there eating that steak. Yeah, I know this isn't real, but it tastes so good. But you knew it wasn't real. You know what I'm saying?
He got killed right after that too, man.
Oh, he deserves it. You know what I'm saying?
Nah.
Yeah, absolutely. But they say we don't even consider, right? Read on.
Verse 4. O sinful nation.
They say it with the infinite, because you got that term is there.
Sinful nation.
Right. Read.
A people laden with
The
iniquity.
people what?
Laden.
What
with
does
iniquity.
the term laden mean?
Covered.
Huh?
Covered.
Covered. Okay. What else? Filled. Really, it's almost like when you laden something, it's like you load it up. So it's like when they load up their trucks, that's like they're lading it. You know what I'm saying? So that means you got a real heavy what? Burden on you. You know what I'm saying? A whole bunch of weight, and that's what sin does. We take sin on. That's why the scriptures say, "Be careful not to add sin to sin," because you heap it on, and then you run around with sin left and right. Right? Read on.
A seed of evildoers.
A seed of evildoers. We the children of evildoers, right? We look up to all the gangsters and the pimps and the whores, and they get celebrated, right?
And now 30 years later, not much has changed. $1,000 alligator shoes, $3,000 tailor-made suits, $10,000 mink coats, and jewelry that costs more than a luxury automobile. Today, pimps, players, hustlers, gangsters, and even celebrities now flock to the Players Ball to earn recognition from where it matters the most.
It's madness, right? We don't.
Children that are corrupters.
Mm-hmm.
They have forsaken Yahweh.
They done what?
Forsaken Yahweh.
Read.
They have provoked to set apart one of Yasharallah unto anger. They are going away backward.
We're going backward, you know what I'm saying? So we done provoke the Most High to anger, right? Read on. Notice what the Most High say to us, right?
Why should ye be stricken anymore? You will revolt more and more.
You will do what?
Revolt more and more.
We see that with our people. We revolt more and more. You know what I'm saying? Give some examples. How do we see our people just going worse and worse and worse? Give me some examples.
Being gay.
Being super gay, right? What else? It's sad, brother, right? You know how our babies is talking about this. This is crazy.
My kids talk about it too.
And these babies younger. You know what I'm saying? It's sad. But what's another example?
Not wanting correction, man.
Not wanting correction.
We don't judge me.
Right.
You just want That's the one.
People like Cardi B get celebrated.
I was just about to say that. Like, yo, she is the biggest hoe.
Speaking of Cardi B, like she's a celebrated stripper, turned reality TV star, turned rap celebrity, right? Then she's the first female rap artist to reach the top 100 chart since Lauryn Hill. And Lauryn Hill and Cardi B's subject matter are completely opposite. I mean, when I say mirror image opposite, Lauryn Hill's talking about what you shouldn't do as a young lady.
It's been 3 weeks since you were looking for your friend, the one you let hit it and never called you again. Remember when he told you he was about to Benjamin? You act like you ain't him, think of him a little friend to begin. How you think you really gon' pretend? Like you was down and you called him again. Plus when you give it up so easy, you ain't even fooling him. If you did it then you probably freak again. Talking out your neck saying you're a Christian, a Muslim sleeping with the jinn. Now that was the sin that did just about end. You gon' tell when the repercussions spit, showing off your ass, cause you thinking it's a trend, girlfriend. Let me break it down for you again. I know I only say it cause I'm truly genuine. Don't be a hard rock when you really are a 10, baby girl. Respect is just the minimum. Jokers messed up and you still defending them now. Lauren is only human. Don't think I haven't been through the same predicament. Let it sit inside your head like a million women in Philly pen. Silly for girls selling soap because it's in. Look at where you be in. Hair weaves like Europeans, fake nails done by Koreans. I'm again.
Cardi B talking about what you should do as a young lady, and we know what she mean by that. It's the total opposite of what was being spoken of by Lauryn Hill and her subject matter. And then not just her, but you have one like Amber Rose. She is running like what they're calling today a slut walk.
The slut walk campaign.
Slut walk campaign.
It's because she rallies for what they call slut shaming. But anyway, yeah, she's running the slut shaming campaign. But the interesting, I was just reading an article about it because I'm like, okay, we're gonna put some information out on this because here it is. She's linked when she does this thing. What is it, LA, right?
Yeah, I believe.
When she does this walk with LA, first of all, she got this young brother, 21 Savage, right? She got this cat. She had this brother out here carrying the damn. What did it say? I'm a hoe too poster or whatever this is. Got this young brother out here. Now, mind you, first of all, this is your girl. After she done went high profile with all these other rappers, you know what I'm saying? Well known whore, you can turn around and made her your girl. And you run around with a poster talking about I'm a hoe too. Show you like Most High, when the Most High said our people will perish for lack of knowledge, he said we'll turn around and forget our children. Here you got this young brother out here looking like a complete fool.
It's a minstrel show. She had on an outfit, a Captain Sable,
and called him Captain Sable. Yeah. But it just show you like the debauchery of where we at. You know what I'm saying? Like even with Cardi B, you had Cardi B. I don't know if y'all you peep what they got this I'll do anything for the B or I'll do anything for the P challenge. Yeah. But anyway, Cardi B, see what Cardi B says? She said I'll do such and such for the D. I'll do Illuminati. If you want one of my cousins, I'll give one of them up for the D.
Wow.
I kidnapped myself for that dig.
What?
Made my parents pay the ransom for that dig.
That's right.
Buried the block for that dig.
Uh-huh.
Made Nicky Berry talk for that dig.
What?
I love my family, but man, Illuminati, which one of my cousins you want for that dig? Yeah.
She said she'll sacrifice one of her cousins for this.
That's crazy, because she got on like a few weeks before that became like a viral thing, that what you're talking about. Got on social media and stated that she would not even allow her kids to behave like her. You know, and then she put that same vibration out like, okay, this is what
ruin other people's kids.
It's crazy.
You understand what I'm saying? Well, what did that verse 5 say?
Verse 5. Why should ye be stricken anymore?
Uh-huh.
Ye will revolt more and more.
And this is what I'm showing. Our people revolting more and more to where we can celebrate these type of women. You understand what I'm saying? Like we were talking about when Lauryn Hill came out. Lauryn Hill sold like 10 million albums with that first joint. You know what I'm saying? But what was her major hit off that album? What was the first hit?
That thing. Right?
That thing. And what was she telling you?
Stop trying
Don't try to live like these Gentiles.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Men don't be out here misusing these women. You know what I'm saying? Having baby all over the place. Right. Women don't carry yourself like a whore.
Stop showing your butt.
You know what I'm saying? And made it dope. The track, everybody know that track. You understand what I'm saying?
How you going nowhere where you ain't right within?
How you going
come again?
Exactly.
Oh my gosh.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But this is where we at now. A complete flip.
Yeah.
Right? Read on. Notice what the Most High say to our people. This is a reflection of 21 Savage and Amber Rose and all these other so-called and our people in general, right? Read.
The whole head is sick.
The whole what?
The whole head is sick.
And the what?
And the whole heart faint.
Read.
Verse 6. From the sole of the foot even unto the head, there is no soundness in it, but wounds and bruises and putrefying sores.
He said that the Most High basically said that our people are sick from head to toe. And this is not talking about physically. This is talking about spiritually. We are sick. He said with wounds and bruises. And what is these wounds and bruises? You know what I'm saying? Because we have violated the Most High's laws. Because the Most High has put us into captivity. Now we have learned the ways of these Gentiles, which has completely wounded us spiritually. Because we wanted to follow after all these other nations, not just the Europeans. We've been following behind all of them. Ishmael, Elam, you know what I'm saying? All these bastards, we've been following behind their ways, and it has wounded us. Right, read?
They have not been clothed.
We have not been healed yet. It is obvious, right? Read.
Neither bound up, neither mollified with ointment.
Read.
Your country is desolate.
Our country is what?
Desolate.
I thought America was our country. No, let's say our country is desolate, right? Your what?
Your cities are burned with fire.
See that? That's what the Most High allowed to happen when he sent them Romans in there. Right? Read on.
Your land, strangers devour it in your presence.
He said your land, strangers devour it in your presence. And what?
And it is desolate, as overthrown by strangers.
You see that? So now you in captivity, and now you got to turn on the news and then look up, okay, 1948, these bastards coming, oh, they're coming home. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, Jerusalem, wash thine heart from wickedness, that thou mayest be saved from thy deception. How long shall thy vain thoughts lodge within thee, O Jerusalem, keeping thee from perfection?
Coming home to what? That wasn't your land. You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
But we gotta watch that.
And they gotta be bloodshed.
Hey, look, you understand? Like when you realistically think about it, I know we done got used to being here in America. But when you think about, okay, that's our real homeland, and these people go marching over there like that's their land and all that, we gotta watch that and don't have no power. You know what I'm saying? What you about to say?
I was gonna say, speaking of the land, you know, they make a rule where you can't go back to the land. You got to denounce the Shia. But I was reading something, I think I sent it to you before. They actually got another rule for transgenders. If you are a transgender Jew, they bring them back into the land too.
But you'll bring that abomination into the land, right? But like you said, but for the law of return, right?
Yep.
I can't come over there talking about I'm an
They
Israelite,
can't discriminate
believing in
against
Mashiach.
if he's a transgender married to. I'm like,
So the evil, brother. And that right there, like again, that's being done in our presence, like, and that hurt. Seeing that matters, man. Like they had one of the biggest, I think they said the biggest homosexual march in Jerusalem outside of America. You know what I'm saying? Like complete in Jerusalem.
לא כפרה, יש לי פאה והחזה שלי נפל לפני חצי שעה, לא נתן לנו הלך.
A gay pride? You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, man. Ain't that something? See that? Read.
Except Yahweh of hosts had left unto us a very small remnant.
We will be like what?
We should have been as Sodom, and we should have been like unto Gomorrah.
Gomorrah. You see that? So he said that the Most High didn't leave us a small remnant, we would have been completely destroyed. You know what I'm saying? And that's what's going to end up happening, you know what I'm saying, again, when he bring forth that depth to the 2/3. You're only going to get that little remnant. That's why, and notice how you compare this to who? Sodom and Gomorrah. You know what I'm what I'm saying? Why is our people taking on that madness, man? All right? But it just go to show you the sickness that we dealing in. Flip back over to that Matthew 9. This is why, you know what I'm saying, Mashiach Yahushua, you know what I'm saying, when he said he looked, and he looked at our people with compassion. This is why he realized how sick our people is. He looking at us now, because back then, that was the old world. We knew captivity as far as the old world, but now we spread to the four corners, you know what I'm saying? So they become even more sick. You know what I'm saying? Read what you got, verse 36.
Verse 36. But when he saw the multitudes, he was moved with compassion on them, because they fainted and were scattered abroad, as sheep having no shepherd.
Now, was this talking about they actually fainted? Huh? Some people probably did faint physically, but what is this really talking about? When you faint, you become what? Unconscious. You know what I'm saying? You're not paying attention. You don't really know what's going on around you. You understand? And they said they were what? Scattered abroad as having sheep with no shepherd. Ain't that how we is today? All our so-called leaders get murdered off. You know what I'm saying? People that we look to for salvation, they get put to death. You know, and we running around here like we ain't got no shepherd. That's why it's important. Like us being in Hamashiach Yahushua is the what? The great shepherd of our souls. We don't.
Verse 37. Then said he unto his disciples, the harvest truly is plenteous.
The harvest is what?
Truly is plenteous.
So we're talking about tabernacles again, being that last harvest, that last time of the year that you would bring in your crops, you know what I'm saying? So you can make it through the winter, so on and so forth. So spiritually, this is the same thing with our people. The Most High is looking at our people as a harvest. The Isley Brothers, they got a song called Harvest for the World, right?
Yeah.
When would it be a harvest for the... You know what I'm saying? Like, it's a cold track.
It was.
But they understood, you know what I'm saying? Like, when is that, you know what I'm saying? Because in that song, he was breaking down a lot of the trials that, you know what I'm saying, the earth is facing. So he said that the harvest is truly is what? Plenteous. But the what?
But the laborers are few.
Like we talked about this last week. You know, it ain't enough Israelites out here bringing forth this truth, like really in the spirit. You know what I'm saying? We outnumbered. We got to step it up, man, as a whole, within our respective areas, so on and so forth. Step it up, because there's a lot of souls to be saved.
See, in these times, we got to take one step forward. Put one foot in front of the other. My brother, yo, check this out. Early natives related to the thrones of David, captured by some patriots and thrown on slave ships. They strip us naked, while the wise pick their favorite. Lives were wasted in the hands of the hated, driven from the garden.